Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Speedway Review. My name is Corey. Alongside, on my right, is the one and only Chris Burns himself. And unfortunately, Jordan is not able to join with us tonight. We're hoping that he's going to be back in a couple weeks. And then also, Tori, wherever you are, Tori, we're hoping you can join us tonight as well. And so tonight we're going to be recapping the races from Dover this past weekend. And of course, it's throwback weekend coming up at Darlington as we're going to be previewing the truck race Friday night, the Xfinity race on Saturday, and of course, the Cup race on Sunday as well. And of course, we got the throwback paint schemes coming out, and there's a lot that we can talk about. And of course, there's some that we want to vote on. And of course, we got our top 5 throwback paint schemes of the year, along with 3 honorable mentions tonight. So let's go to Chris Burns himself, and we're going to ask him, Chris, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing better than I should. Speaking of which,
Tori!
What's up, people? What's up, people?
Tori's on time tonight.
Yes, I am.
my man.
Yeah, how are you
Congested
doing?
and all. Congested and all, I'm here.
It's going around, bro. It's going around.
Yeah.
A little more orange juice, a little less booger.
Oh, jeez.
What the fuck? It's funny you say that because I was watching my show Mayans yesterday, and this character named Bishop, and I made a comment. I was like, "Oh no, don't tell me you on that soft, baby. Not that soft." That my boy was like, "Yeah, he on that booger sugar."
Oh my God. The Speedway review does not condone cocaine use.
No, we do not.
Especially in children.
Exactly.
But if you're a grown-ass man and life just sucks, do your thing. Hello, Terry, watching at home.
Oh.
Yep. Ta-da! Yeah, I'm better than I should be. I spent the day getting beat up, so to speak, by feminazis, and I really don't care because nobody knows how to read.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I'm going to leave it alone because this is a racing show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And Corey, you're in charge.
Strikers.
Okay, now I have to tell the story about this. So one of the people on this thread that I was proving that people don't know how to read said something about being blind, and somehow we were making fun of her. Everybody knows Lynch is 1/3 of Dysfunction Junction.
Yeah.
And we both agreed. We're like, nobody here is making fun of you for being blind. And she said something out of the ordinary. She goes, I'd ask you to run, but it looks to me like you're too old or something. I'm like, wait a minute. You're blind, but you know what Lynch looks like?
Jesus.
That story has more holes in it than the Kennedy assassination. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Corey, run the show.
Alrighty, so our first news headline of the day. If you guys didn't see this, NASCAR announced the nominees for the Hall of Fame, and of course the nominees who got voted in today for the 2023 class. The nominees are Matt Kenseth, Kirk Shelmerdine, and Herschel McGriff.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about Kirk Shelmerdine. There were a lot of other people on the original nominee ballot. The 3 that are getting inducted, look, you made it. You're in the Hall of Fame. It's voted on by a board. I get it. But, there's some names that were on that list, and we read them off a couple weeks ago.
Right.
That are glaring omissions. And I'm going to see if I can find the list here. Because, Matt Kenseth, awesome job. We all knew he would be one of the ones going in. All right, induction ceremony, inductees. What do I want? I want nominees. All right, here were the nominees. Okay, no, that's voted in. I'm gonna punch somebody. All right, here we go. So the nominees were, if my internet wants to catch up, Sam Ard, Neil Bonnet, Tim Brewer, Jeff Burton, Carl Edwards, AJ Foyt, Harry Gant, Harry Hyde, Matt Kenseth, who is going to be inducted this year, Banjo Matthews, Herschel McGriff also being inducted, Ralph Moody, Larry Phillips, Ricky Rudd, and of course Kirk Shelmerdine going in as a crew chief because he was pretty awesome working for that Dale Earnhardt team.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm looking at this list and I see Banjo Matthews, Harry Hyde, Harry Gant, even Carl Edwards. A lot of names on this list that should have gotten the vote. And I don't understand how they didn't get in.
Right. And I mean, like, if you kind of look at it, I mean, I know it was 5 that were voted in, but now it's pretty much downgraded to like 3. So I guess now you have to like have one from like the modern era and then the past era and then whatever era they have to do and so forth. So reading on the article right here, Kenseth got 69% of the ballot. Shelberdine had 52%, and Herschel McGriff, who was on the Pioneer ballot, he only had like about 31% over AJ Foyt and Banjo Matthews. I mean,
Okay.
I mean, listen, I don't know like how the board of directors, vote on this, but it's basically, like this is what they vote and this is what we have. And of course, these are the guys that I think are going to go to the Hall of Fame. And quite honestly, like I knew that Matt Kenseth was going to go in. I mean, and I kind of somewhat knew that Kirk Shelmerdine was going to go in. I was kind of 50-50 on Herschel McGriff. I mean, I don't know that much of his stats, but all I know is that, of course, you got Matt Kenseth, who's a NASCAR champion and a 2-time Daytona 500 winner. And then you also have Kirk Shelmerdine, who, of course, was a part-time driver at the time. But before then, was the crew chief for Dale Earnhardt, which, of course, during the Wrangler days and so forth. I will say that this is a good class. But honestly, I'm just hoping for the other guys, that, came up short. Hopefully they'll make it in next year. But I would say this. I think it should probably be only 4 that make it in. And then, that auto way would make it easier for everybody.
That wouldn't be too bad. And I don't know what the criteria is. I don't know how much of the ballot you have to get. Like baseball, you have to get so much of the ballot to get in.
Right.
So maybe that's the case right there. Maybe it's, the Sam Ards and the Carl Edwards. Man, get that shit out here. You drink man shit.
Bud Light.
America, baby. America.
As a
I guarantee you Cletus would agree with me. America.
Cletus drinks Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, I'm sorry then. But hey, let me jump in on what you guys were saying. What if they did it like this, right? I understand you guys are talking about what's the criteria going in. Why don't they just like do a 5 go in? A driver from back in the day, and then somebody from the crew itself.
That's barely paid.
That's not bad.
Like, that was. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I think it'll work out if it did like that. But that's just my opinion, though.
No, that makes sense. I don't know that I would limit. I would put more drivers and then have, say, one crew chief, one this, one that. But the NASCAR Hall of Fame, to me, much like the Baseball Hall of Fame, you want more players than you want coaches, crew chiefs, etc.
No, Chris. What I was saying was 5 drivers. The 6th person would be the person from back in the day, and the 7th person would be someone from a crew. That's what I was saying.
All right, that makes sense. That makes.
I agree with you though. Damn sure, more drivers. I agree with you on that, bro.
All right, cool. Maybe I misheard it. I am blind, or so they say. And Corey muted himself. Hit the little microphone button.
Oh boy.
There you are.
Yeah, I'm here.
Stop muting yourself.
Sorry, I had a phone call that came in unexpectedly.
Don't they know what time it is?
Well, some people kind of forgot, which I said to myself, guys, I'm doing a show here.
They don't want to know. They don't want to listen. But yeah, to wrap it up, at least my opinion on it, Corey, I know you probably have more to say. Yeah, I like the class. I think it's a little thin, but at the same time, all deserving. Congratulations, 2023 NASCAR Hall of Fame inductees.
Congratulations, indeed.
Yes, sir. That drink right there was for them.
I second that emotion.
No one's saying I want to go back.
America's beer.
Yes, sir. Nope. What? Watch out now.
No,
That's-
I don't want to say that.
It's got my name on it too. It says lit.
I get it though, because like that was a bitch music.
I'm not
It
doing
really
it.
was.
I'm not doing it. I'm gonna hold it together. I will hold it together,
I
Jay.
did not.
I will
I give
hold
you
it
5
together.
more minutes till I break you again.
In fact, I was willing to let
Okay.
y'all. Yeah, y'all go on.
But I honestly don't know why NASCAR doesn't join all the other sports leagues, by putting players
Y'all
first.
have invited
Well, excuse me,
Find me.
sports associations by putting the athletes first, and you go from
I
there.
did not expect.
I think with that, and I like where you're going with it. I think with that is because there's so much that gets put into putting the team and the car and the this. It's not as simple as anybody could have coached Derek Jeter or Cal Ripken Jr. Anybody could have coached Tom Brady or Dan Marino. Not everybody can get the best out of a driver, and a driver doesn't always work great with a different team. So I understand the need to expand it to the different levels and the different jobs. I would be pissed off if, say, like a Jackman made it in before Jeff Burton.
Ooh.
Hey, Chris, you can go to hell.
Ooh.
You know that
No.
has a harness, right?
I'm
And
with
it has
you
a
on
little
that,
clip
brother.
that clips you
I
off
mean,
your
like,
seat, right?
That does nothing for my lizard brain.
This has nothing to do
You
with
don't have a lizard brain.
racing. I just every year, you
Well, the
guys,
thing is,
and
people
he's off.
confuse
I
the
think
part
he's
that,
off the
like, a
ballot
lizard
now.
has is the
But
part that
every
looks
year
like
that
ours.
Pete Rose
He's
didn't get in the
green.
Hall of Fame, I was like, dude, come
That's
on.
all that brain does.
He's not eligible because of his.
I know. Which is
I agree.
Yeah, I honestly agree too. I mean, I think fame. So
No, that's why a lot of people actually need
that's trash. But you know, the one thing about it though, he's making more money now just going around meeting and greeting people. So MLB, you know what? I want to say it, but I'm not going to do it. So I'll show a certain sports and go fuck themselves because they're already on the decline anyway. So whatever.
yeah.
Fair enough. All right, what else you got for the news and notes, my man?
So it looks like right here, I guess the 11 car of Denny Hamlin's going to be appealing the penalty for the wheel that came off. And quite honestly, how many times this year have we seen a driver's car? How many times have we seen a wheel come off the car this season?
About once a race since this whole one lug system began.
Yes.
Yeah. What else?
What's up?
That's why we dry.
Is that who I think it is saying that?
Yeah. Who is saying that?
I'm guessing it's Jordan.
Maybe. It might be Jordan. I don't know.
It's written. It's written in his handwriting. LOLGA.
Jordan, if you're
Excuse me, guys. Sorry.
All right.
survey says,
It's good.
It is good.
hey, he's alive.
Oh my god.
Too bad.
All right, Corey Huffnagel. People are chiming in on the private side. They can't hear you.
Okay.
She
So I
had
don't know if you can boost it or if Tori, if you can mute.
Go ahead, bro. I got y'all.
All right, just want to make sure that everybody gets what they're coming to hear, and I'm not picking on anybody because I'm blind. So I'm just
Anybody can hear me, right?
yeah, I got you now.
Testing 1, 2,
Tori,
3, 4, 5, 6,
Tori, is
7, 8,
that
9,
you?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
All right, yeah, we get it. You can count.
Yeah. Okay. All
All right. So Jordan says he'll be back with us soon, just not sure when, but soon. All right, good deal.
All right.
Don't be birthing any more babies in the interim.
Yeah, don't get beaten by a wooden stick, whatever you do.
Right.
Swear to God. But no, I mean, but anyways, how many times this year have we seen a tire come off the next gen car? I think we've probably seen this like maybe 4 times now.
I'm thinking more. I'm pretty sure I've seen it at least once a week.
Right.
So the medical profession life. Are you a biologist? What is a woman?
Oh my God. Anyways.
I told you I'd pop you again, Tori. Don't worry. I'm gonna keep going. No, look, it's been a fun experiment. Hawley's car's back in. do something, but the one lug system is not working. Go back to 15-inch tires or 18-inch tires. Go back to the 5 lug system. You know, I was critical when they would do the loose lug nut. 4 were tight, 1 was not. Okay, but now you have tires falling off. They're falling off.
Yep.
Because the crews were not ready to fully implement the system.
Mhm.
And I'm just going to throw it out here. If you're a salesman like me and you hire someone and you have to train them, you don't just say, here's your book, here's your route, go sell shit. No. Tori cooks. The food porn that he puts up. Oh, my God. Love it. But you can't just give somebody ingredients and go make that. You have to be ready to do what you're supposed to do. These crews are not ready, clearly, or they're still in the tail end of the learning process, and tires are falling off, not just on the lower end teams. We saw it with Denny Hamlin. Keselowski lost a tire not long ago.
Yep.
A lot of these teams they're getting screwed on this. And if the tire doesn't go on quite right and it vibrates too much, that cap pops off, wheel's gone.
Yep.
Go ahead, Tori.
They were in too big of a rush to get those next gen cars out, man. That's all that was right there.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
Carlo.
What are you doing?
Who?
You. Are you watching the hockey game?
Yeah, Bruins are on right now.
Fucking Christ. We got a show to do.
I know.
I got the Bruins upstairs waiting for me.
I know. I'm multitasking. I'm good.
Son of a bitch. Anyway. So, going back to Tori's point, and Corey, you know, we have our different estimates. If anybody knows the answer, please send us a message on the Speedway Review. How many times guys have lost tires this year? We certainly want to know.
Right.
But it's happening far too often. And I think NASCAR really needs to reel it in and figure out what they're going to do. You can't overhaul the next gen car. Keep it for the season, maybe make some tweaks over the off season, but go back to the 5 lug system.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to make it faster pit stops. They're not going faster because the tires go on, and then the poor gas man and jack man have to wait. When the gas is done, your cue is when the jack drops and your car hits the ground. You take off. Now you're sitting there like you're in Wendy's drive-thru. It's not a good thing.
No. I mean, I'm just kind of worried, like if this is going to happen like every week, because then if it happens on an every week process, like every race, then that's the point where, NASCAR really has to address something.
But they can't do it mid-season. I mean, yes, I know over the years NASCAR has implemented rule changes, 15 races in, 6 races in, however many races in. And it's a learning curve. And I agree with Terry in her comment. They need to show the pit stop times, because what you're going to see is that they're not all that much faster with the 1 lug system. It's not.
Right.
Just go with what you know. Make the tweaks, change the rule, but there's nothing they can do short of an top-down overhaul on these cars. Let this season ride out. Next year, get some more training in, but go back to the 5 lug system for that 1 year while everybody gets used to the one lug tire with the things behind it that have to lock in place. It's just dumb. Just dumb. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop watching. I'm not going to turn into the folks over at NASCAR Racing Community and cry the blues over every little thing. But hey, what I said at the beginning of the season is holding water. This is not going to work. It is not working. And like you said, NASCAR's got to do something about it.
Yep.
You're the host. Speak up.
Alrighty. So, I don't think, there's not really that much big news going on right now. So I think what we could do is we could recap the
What are you?
I can't even say it with a straight face. I'm sorry. But anyways, let's go on. Let's go on to the race that was this past weekend. We're gonna go to the Xfinity race from Saturday, which was won by not other than Josh Berry, who scored his first win of the season. And I gotta tell you, I was watching this race on Saturday, and dominant day for Junior Motorsports all around.
Yep, and it was the A game 300.
Yeah.
Did you see who did the opening command?
I want to say yes, but I kind of forgot who.
World Series champion for not only the Boston Red Sox, but the New York Yankees, and he still hasn't cut his hair, Johnny Damon.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
he's a part owner of the A Game energy drink company.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Tori.
Yeah, I was walking to deliver a drink. I have something to say about what you just said. When Johnny Damon was playing for the Boston Red Sox, he had a beard, he had long hair.
Yep.
As soon as he signed with them damn pinstripes, he cut everything. And I'm sitting here like, why?
Yeah.
When the Yankees sign someone, it seems like they need to change up their image like they're going on a damn job interview. Are you kidding me?
Nope. I completely agree with it to an extent. I don't want the ball player to look like a caveman, but at the same time, look like a ball player. Johnny Damon with the Red Sox, and even now, looks like he should be competing for the WWE Championship next week, or playing in a rock band at the Hartford Civic Center. Doesn't look like a ball player, but you know what? Everybody's got their little niche things, and as a Yankee fan, I kind of like the clean cuttedness, but then I also am a big fan of Don Mattingly, who grew his hair as long as he could before he got yelled at and had the 5 o'clock shadow. Don Mattingly tried to break every rule they had.
Jesus.
And still needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed the race. I thought it was great. The one thing, like you were saying, the junior motorsports guys did well. One person I want to point out, because we really didn't hear a lot about him, and I believe he came from the back, was Ryan Sieg.
Yeah.
A tremendous run for him. And our guy, we'll get into it when we get into the running order, but our guy Josh Williams, unfortunately, just couldn't get the sauce. Started 33rd, finished 25th.
Right.
But, hey, forward momentum is forward momentum.
That is true.
I'm looking forward to seeing Josh run this week at Darlington. I saw his post on Facebook getting ready for it. I think he's doing double duty, Cup and XFIN, if I read that correctly.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up real quick so I don't feel like an asshole. There we go, Josh Williams, and the winner is, go to his website and buy a shirt. Oh, they're running corresponding paint schemes, but it's the two separate series. Okay, so Josh will be running in the XFIN, and of course BJ McLeod on the Cup side. And both these cars look phenomenal.
Yeah.
So there you go. So obviously, Corey, you have probably something you'd like to say about the race other than licking Junior's butthole and saying how well Junior Motorsports did yet again.
Well, I would probably say, the race all around, I thought it was pretty good. And usually I would say, Dover is somewhat my least favorite, but I thought the Xfinity race, I thought the cars, put on a good show. And of course, there were times where, they would race around like lap traffic and they would zig from like the top all the way to the bottom. And they would just slice through lap cars like one by one. And I thought, boy, I really hope that guy pretty much made that car stick. But there were some good passes all around. And quite honestly, I really hoped that Justin Allgaier was going to win the race. But of course, he got past that by Josh Berry at the end. So.
Okay. I don't have much else to say about that. Again, I worked a lot that day and watched the race. I did a little bit of nod here, nod there. I actually very much like Dover on almost any given time they run there. So, not my least favorite. Everybody knows my least favorite is Pocono because it's Pocono. Fuck them. But beyond that, Tori, did you see the race at all on Saturday?
No.
Unfortunately, of course not. I was at work.
I just want to make sure.
This is killing me, man. This is killing me, man. Like, seriously, like you guys sit there and like enjoy the conversation, like enjoy everything. And I'm just saying, like, damn, I wish I could have seen what you guys saw. Like, it drives me fucking crazy.
Throw it on the DVR, man.
Oh yeah, I do have a DVR on it.
There you go.
Bingo.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Yep.
About to be Elderberry.
I'm
Really?
here to help. I'm here to help.
I swear you just stole that from a movie line.
Chappelle Show.
I fucking knew it. I know. I'm not even. Go ahead, Corey. I'm done with it.
All righty.
Made my
So,
day.
so let's see. Looking at the results here, you got Josh Berry who won the race. You have Justin Allgaier who finished in second. Ty Gibbs rounded out in third. Noah Gregson finished in fourth with the $100,000 Dash for Cash award. Sam Mayer rounded out your top five. Then you had AJ Allmendinger in sixth, Brandon Jones in seventh, Sheldon Creed in eighth, Riley Herbst in ninth, and Ryan Sieg rounds out your top 10. Other notables, you have Daniel Hemrick who rounded out 11th. You have Brett Moffitt who came in 13th, Austin Hill 14th, Anthony Alfredo in 15th. Jeb Burton, who speaks English, finished in 16th. Brandon Brown who finished in 18th, Chandler Smith in 21st, Myatt Snyder 22nd. Let's see, Josh Williams, our boy, top 25. Then you have Jeremy Clements in 29th. You also have David Starr in 35th. You have John Hunter Nemechek in 37th. And you have Rajay Caruth in 38th, finishing last in the race.
Yeah, Roger Caruth, he won't be in the happies or the sads for me, but had a poorly handling race car the entire day, was always reporting a vibration. I want that kid to do well. I really do, but you got to get equipment that's not going to rattle on you, especially on a concrete racetrack with high banking and everybody's blowing by you like you're standing still.
Right.
So tough day for him. Who wants to start happy and sad?
I'll start. Anyways,
of course. Josh Berry,
right.
if you're happy. I got that.
Well, actually, I'm going to go a different way around. My happy, I'm going to go with Sam Mayer finishing in the top 5. And a good run for this kid, too. And we have seen some good runs in this one car, but I really hope to see this car, run up front most of the races this season. And my sad, I'm going to go with John Hunter Nemechek, which I'm kind of surprised he started in the top 10, but ended up finishing in 37th. Just didn't have the car that, he was expecting to have. And then, of course, he was out of the race 83 laps in because of the brake problems and so forth. And I think John Hunter, I believe, only has one more race left for Joe Gibbs. But yeah, tough day on him.
All right. On my end, looking at the list, Brandon Jones started on the pole. There's no way I give him the happy. I say he should have won that race. I'll give it to Josh Berry. He's been been creeping. He gets his first win of the year. Very good on him. The sad, I can't go with Caruth, nor can I go with John Hunter Nemechek. His brakes let go. Nothing he could have done about that.
Yeah.
As I look down the list, I'm going to give it to Josh Williams. He was excited to go to Dover, said he had a really good car, gets there, unloads, not the best qualifying time, but he pushed it. He made up a bunch of spots, but I want better things for him going forward.
Yeah.
All right, next, please.
Well, my happy, of course, you guys already know that Ty finished in the top 5. But thanks to you guys, my sad was going to be John Hunter Nemechek finishing where he did. But you guys explained why it happened, because I honestly, when Corey was reading the standings, I was sitting like, damn, he must have had a bad race. But you guys explained what happened, so I understand why he was great.
Yeah, the thing you don't want to do at a short track, especially Dover, where brakes are at a premium, you have to have good brakes going into the corner. It's not a lot like where Bristol you can just lift and drift. With Dover being bigger and higher banked, you have to have that good brake to go in. If your brakes let go, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with everybody, and good picks all the way around.
Oh, yeah.
So we thought we were going to move to Sunday. We ended up moving to Monday, and Corey's going to tell you all about it.
All right, so we ran 78 laps on Sunday, and then, of course, the rains came. And unfortunately, we have our first rain out of the season. And hard to believe that we make it all the way to May, and then we have our first rain out of the year. The race moved on to Monday, and I will say, the race at Dover Sunday and Monday I thought was pretty decent. And, of course, we got to see Cletus's driver, Chase Elliott, ended up winning the race on Monday. And And of course, Chase Elliott gets his first win of the season. And of course, all 400 drivers are now locked in on wins. And of course, not only that, we have our 9th different winner of 2022.
It's awesome.
Beautiful.
Yep.
So I know why Tori thinks it's beautiful, but we'll let that go for another couple minutes till that segment comes up.
Oh boy.
But yeah, as far as the action was concerned, I think once we come into Monday, we're 78 laps in. It's a green racetrack. The rain washes all the rubber away. Now they got to put that rubber back down. They were a little bit more squirrely in the opening bits of that race, and I don't mean by they were slipping and sliding. They were trading leads. There were a lot of good quality passes in there, and then as the grooves started to come in, you saw that top groove was the place everybody wanted to be because that's where all the rubber was, and there was just more grip. I like the clean racetrack. I like when you get rain and it has to go to Monday, everybody bitches, I'm not going to be able to see it. Well, like I said before, there's a DVR. Just stay off of the Book of Face or the Instagram and don't look at your friends who like racing because they're going to tell you who won.
Yep.
So you get there, you watch the race. That green racetrack was so exciting. The passes were great. But again, as the groove came in, everything changed and you saw more of a gap between the leader and second, or in some cases, say the gap between 7th and 8th was at times ridiculous, but that's when the track was coming back in. There's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you guys something funny. Now that I know it was because it got rained out.
What is this?
Monday, I kid you not. I think I was on Fox Sports 1 or somewhere, and I saw a race. I was like, man, it's probably some old ass race or whatever.
I don't know.
Ain't that some?
No,
But you probably
something
didn't
about
know
the
that.
dock.
So,
I understand. It's happened to me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
right.
I had to let this big truck pass. Next time, you guys, if there's a rain out and it will be raced on Monday, will you guys please personally hit me up and tell me?
I absolutely, positively will. You have my word on it.
Right.
All right, thank you guys.
No problem.
Every time when there's always a rain out for me, like I'm always like prepared because I got to go to the cable box the next day, the very next day when I go to work, and I always have to check and see if the race is on there. And sure enough, the race was on there, DVR, boom.
Hey, I got done. I had a light day on Monday, so I get back home and they are just rolling the cars off of pit road. I only had 5 appointments on Monday, so I was good.
Right. Speaking of which, I guess after the race, we saw Truex and Ross Chastain having a little conversation. What happened on the last lap, and I mean, I will say this, it was the last lap. Everybody was just fighting over space, and well, actually, they were just battling for third. And of course, what happened was, Truex tried to get up on the high side, and Ross shut the door, and then the 19 somehow kind of got loose and spun in like the weirdest way possible, but. I would just say, you know what, that's literally just racing, and I don't know like why they would literally just talk like something like about that, but I don't know.
Again, heat of the moment. You're just coming out of your car. You saw that neither Chastain nor Truex got overly animated. There weren't a lot of pushing and shoving, screaming, yelling. It honestly did. When they went to Chastain with the microphone and said, what are you guys talking about? He goes, oh, we're deciding where we're going to go fishing this week. That's exactly what that conversation looked like. Yeah. It wasn't like Ty Gibbs and Sam Mayer. It wasn't like Kyle Busch and anybody. It was just two guys standing, okay, this is how I see it. Well, this is how I see it. Well, okay, it's all over and done with. Thank you, F you, bye. We're going to move along, and we're going to move to Sunday at Darlington. That's it.
Right.
So I give a lot of credit to both of those guys. Tempers flare, and I understand when you're doing this as a profession and you're doing it for money, the money paid to second is a lot better than the money paid to 11th. And unfortunately, Truex got bumped back out of the top 10. Let me see. Oh, he finished 12th. My mistake. But yeah, you just cost me income. Why? But I understand it, and you were right. It's the last lap. People are going to do that. You want to improve your position. Right. Christ, there's a generation of people who rooted for Dale Earnhardt, and Dale Earnhardt would wreck his mother, his grandmother, all his kids, and a priest to win the race.
Right.
So I don't know why people are complaining now. Bunch of lily-livered jerks.
Right.
Anyway, that's enough out of me.
Yep. But anywho, let's go to the results. We have Chase Elliott who won the race. You have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. who finished in second. Ross Chastain in the Pitbull car ended up finishing in third. Christopher Bell ended up finishing fourth. Alex Bowman rounded out your top five. Then you have Kyle's Larson and Busch finishing in sixth and seventh. You have Chris Buescher who finished in eighth. Kevin Harvick who finished in ninth. And Eric Jones rounded out your top 10. Other notables, you have Justin Haley in 11th. You have Martin Truex Jr. in 12th. You have Chase Briscoe in 13th. Let's see. Bubba Wallace in 16th. Corey LaJoie in 18th. Brad Keselowski 20th. Denny Hamlin in 21st. William Byron 22nd. Harrison Burton in 24th. Ryan Preece in 25th. Ryan Blaney in 26th. Ty Dillon 27th. Logano in 29th. Allmendinger in 33rd. And Austin Cindric, who rounded out in 36th.
All right. Let me see if I can start this one. Going to be real interesting because I generally only say this guy's name to make fun of the fact that, much like his ex-girlfriend, he wrecks everything except the flag stand. My happy is going to go to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Second place finish. Looked good all day long, always in the top 10, except during green flag pit stops. Great run for that 47 team. Do I think it's going to be a momentum builder? No, I think it's a one-off, but I got to give credit where credit is due. My sad for this race, going down the list, I'm going to pick a guy from my fantasy team, Tyler Reddick. Looked good for a little while, and then just he lost the point. He lost everything. Trouble here, trouble there, spin there. Every time you looked up, he was getting just decimated by the competition and by whatever bad luck befell him.
Right.
Your turn.
Yeah. All right. So, so my happy, I'm going to go with Stenhouse as well. And of course, I was pretty much surprised on how this team ran this past Sunday/Monday, but all in all, it's a good run for that 47 team as well. And definitely a big shot in the arm for that team also. And my sad on this one may be a little bit of a tough one, but I'm probably going to have to say Joey Logano on this one. And not only him, but all three of the Penske cars, they basically just sank ship on Monday.
It's one thing to watch one driver on a team. What up, Chris and Corey and Tori? Hello, Zach, my man.
What up, Zach?
It's one thing to watch one driver on your fantasy team or two drivers on your fantasy team shit the bed. But when you watch three cars from the same organization just have not the best day, while one of your biggest competitors, Hendrick Motorsports, is having the time of their life in the last couple weeks. Yeah, it's got to be a difficult pill to swallow.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, now we go on with the sexual chocolate Tory Calhoun. Get his happy and sad.
You was a madman, Chris. You was a madman. Honestly, only thing I would probably be happy about is that Chase won, and you already know why. My sad is gonna be that I shit the bed and didn't know the race that I turned from was the actual part 2. So that would be my sad right there.
All right.
You guys made me feel so bad when you said that. I was like, are you shitting me for real?
No, sir.
But it's all good.
You want to hit the running order, Corey, before I tell the world how Tori's running away with it? But we had a position change in the standings. You'll hear all about it in just a minute.
Okay. So I think I did the results running away, right? Or is that different?
If you did, you did. Awesome.
Yeah. I remember I did the results. Yeah.
All right. So it's probably to nobody's surprise that Team Rest in Peace is running away with this. With Chase Elliott winning and giving Tori 50 points, his other drivers, Kyle Larson, gave him 36 points, Eric Almirola 18, and Cole Custer 22 for a weekly total of 126, making his running total 1,240, holding on to the lead. However, You Sir May Fuck Off Racing is precariously holding on to our second place position because even though Kevin Harvick gave us 28 points and Daniel Suarez gave us 23, Joey Logano clocked in with 8 points and Tyler Reddick with 7 for a weekly total of 66, the lowest one this week, not the lowest ever, giving my season total 1,064. I am still in second, 176 behind Tori in the most amazing pass of the week. 1422 Racing put up these numbers. Corey LaJoy gave him 19 points, Brad Keselowski 18 points, Ross Chastain 46, and Eric Jones 31 for a weekly total of 114, catapulting him into third place with 1,061, now 179 in back of Tori and 3 behind me in second place. Corey didn't have a bad week, and he's not that far behind, but right now, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Justin Haley gave you 26 points, William Byron 19, Austin Dillon 14, and Chase Briscoe 24 for a weekly total of 83 points. Your current point total is 1,049, making you 191 behind Tori. So, Tori, don't listen to this, guys. We got to come up with a situation that somehow, maybe in New Hampshire when we're all up there, we just cut the tires of everyone on Tori's team. Maybe pull some spark plug wires out. Do something. I can't stay behind this guy this long. What is it?
I was letting the cars pass by. No, you see what it is just simple as this right here. You guys, you northern boys, you underestimated this southern gentleman right here. You understand what I'm saying? And I am loyal. I am loyal to the people I pick. And I said I was going to ride with them until the wheels fall off. And damn it, that's what I'm doing. And damn it, they're performing on the track.
Well, all right.
That's all I got to say.
I like it and I support it. But I have a statement here that I'd like to read. If you'll excuse me. Dear sons of bitches, this is Cletus J. McMahon, and I am here to tell you that Chase Elliott is the greatest goddamn race car driver of all time. He is better than Richard Petty. He is better than Dale Earnhardt, and he's better than that Eminem sucking fool, Kyle Busch. Chase Elliott is the greatest, and you saw this weekend at that Dover Speedway up there in South Jersey.
South Jersey.
It kind of is South Jersey, but,
yeah, pretty much.
Cletus isn't all there.
Yeah.
I do not want to come back onto your interweb show until you give me a 15-minute segment called the Chase Elliott Review starring Cletus. I don't know if I can meet his demands. And plus, I can't come on because my mama hasn't paid the interweb bill in 3 months, and we currently don't have any interweb. This is why you have paper written in crayon, so I could tell you some bitches how much I hate you, especially Chris in his ugly ass Kevin Harvick hat.
Oh.
So if you will excuse me, I have to go round up a gopher for dinner and then make love to my sister. Love, Cletus J. McMahon. So there you have it. Cletus sending in a not very well written letter, but he seems to not like me very much.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do. It's because they're blind. It really is. It's because they're blind. How do you not like this? Yep, next level crazy, like Lynch said. By the way, I got an awesome voice message. I think Corey might have heard the same one. The boys at Dysfunction Junction have a brand new listener, and I want to know what he thinks so far. So, Tori, have you listened to much? What's going on?
No, I'm do the Dysfunction Junction stuff when I'm at home after I get off work. That way I can really mellow completely down while I'm doing,
I'd say go backwards. Start with this week, which was our Elon Musk buys Twitter and songs we'd like to hear covered. So
okay then,
have a good time. And no animals were hurt in the production of this week's show.
Yes, that is good.
Next week is going to be big. We're going to talk about the potential overturning of Roe versus Wade and why people need to actually read the news before they comment on it.
Yeah, that is true.
So on that note, we have some time, and Corey and I generally every year go to the throwback paint schemes, and I've got the list here.
Yep.
I'll just go through starting with Cup. Ross Chastain is going to run the #1 Coca-Cola Chevrolet, harkening back to a look. I can't put my finger on who drove this car, but it looks nice. Very much old school with the snow and all of that on it. Austin Cindric, perhaps the worst car of the week. I don't know if it's a throwback, but it's #2 Menards Libman.
So can I just say that one on here? So
Sure.
The one that Austin Cindric's driving, that's actually a throwback of when Rusty Wallace drove the 2 car in 2005, and that was his retirement car and so forth.
That yellow and green disgustingness?
Yeah, that's basically their throwback. But however, the Trackhouse team, they did a pretty good job on the throwback paint scheme. So not only Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez are going to be running the Coca-Cola throwbacks, but do you remember when in Japan, 1988, do you remember Japan 1998 when Dale Jr. and Dale Sr. were racing each other in the Coca-Cola cars?
Yes.
Those are the cars
That's where I've seen it. Okay.
And I got to tell you, they did a really good job too. And quite honestly, that's first prize in my book.
All right. Moving right along. I don't know who this throwback is, but Austin Dillon in the #3, a blue and white sort of looking car. Kevin Harvick is throwing back to himself with the #4 Ream Chasing a Cure Ford, which was a paint scheme he ran back in 2010, 2011, which was a very nice black, white, and pink scheme going toward cancer research. Kyle Larson will drive the #5 Hendrick cars, a throwback to Tim Richmond. Brad Keselowski will drive the #6 Socios.com Ford, looking like Mark Martin.
It does.
A Country Time looking car for Corey LaJoie in the #7 Stacking Pennies Chevrolet, and judging by his finishes, that's all he's making. No throwback for Reddick. Chase Elliott will drive a really nice Napa throwback in the #9. Denny Hamlin will throw back to himself in that black FedEx, what do you call it, Toyota?
Yeah.
Blaney has the really good-looking Rusty Wallace 90s look with the black and gold.
Okay.
The throwback for Chase Briscoe looks like an old Tony Stewart car. Very nice. Chris Buescher will drive an old Matt Kenseth-looking ride.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch sucks. Martin Truex does not have a throwback. The 20 looks like it doesn't have a throwback. Harrison Burton in the #21 throws back to his father, Jeff Burton, looking like the old Exide car. Very nice. The #22 of Joey Logano will be the red and gold numbers, the reversal of his usual car, but the numbers are gold. They look like it's going to be the shiny gold, looking very much like what's his nuts there, Allison.
Yeah.
No throwback for Bubba. William Byron, in easily my top favorite so far on the Cup Series, is going to drive the #24 Exalta, looking like the Jeff Gordon Flame car. Very nice, very evil. No throwback, no throwback, no throwback. Ty Dillon will drive the old #42 Petty GMS, looking a lot like the State Line car from way back when. Eric Jones driving the Richard Petty 43. Bubba Wallace. Kurt Busch will have the old school Bill Elliott-looking McDonald's theme. Very nice, very evil. Ricky Stenhouse will drive the Nature Valley car, looking a lot like cars of old. Bowman has no throwback. Castle has
actually, Alex Bowman does.
It doesn't look like it. Oh, wait, yes, it looks like the Valvoline car. You are correct.
Yeah, he's going to be throwing it back to Mark Martin's Valvoline scheme.
You are correct. No throwback for Castle. And, of course, as you mentioned, the '99 Coca-Cola of Daniel Suarez, looking like the 2 Earnhardt cars on Trackhouse Racing. Terry, it's always good to see that car on the track. You know, back in the day when it was the DuPont Flame car, or even now with the Exalta Flames. Very nice, very sexy. Can't wait to see it. On the Xfinity side, Sam Mayer will drive the #1 Accelerate Pros Talent Chevrolet, looking a lot like the old Skull Bandit of Chuck Bown and Harry Gant. The '02 throwback, I can't put my finger on this one, but it is very.
That one's an old Mark Martin Busch Series car, I think from like '82 or something, somewhere around. Yeah.
Not quite sure about this Sheldon Creed car, but very sexy.
Yeah.
The '07 of Joe Graff Jr. This is a nice one. Looks like the old Buckshot Jones car.
It is.
Nice. Justin Allgaier will drive the number 7 Hellmans, looking very much like an old Earnhardt throwback.
Yep.
The number 8 of Josh Berry. I can't put my finger on this one.
Okay, so this one is when Dale Jr. drove the number 8 Looney Tunes car, and I think this was in like 2002, and that was the scheme that he ended up winning the Busch Series race at Richmond at one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Noah Gragson does not deserve a throwback. I'm kidding. Landon Castle, you got any info on this one?
I haven't seen the throwback on Landon Castle's car, to be honest. So,
all right. A lot of these aren't really throwbacks, though. The 19 of Brandon Jones looks like an old Carl Edwards car. Very nice.
So actually, one little point on there. I actually saw that this morning, and I guess Brandon Jones is going to throw it back to when Paul Menard won the Brickyard 400 in 2011.
Wow. So Paul Menard does have one fan.
Yeah.
So I went to the race after that in New Hampshire. Me and my buddy Chad, he flew out from Indiana. We had a guy's weekend, and we're walking by the gimmick stand, and there's the Paul Menard gimmick truck, and he looks over and there's nobody there. He goes, "Does anybody root for Paul Menard?" And I looked at Chad and I said, "Paul Menard's mom wears a Jeff Gordon T-shirt. That should tell you everything you need to know."
Oh, jeez.
I say the same about Kyle Busch. I'm like, Kyle Busch's mom wears Kevin Harvick gear. Austin Hill will drive the number 21 Bennett Chevrolet. Not sure about this one. Josh Bilicki driving the old Burger King ride. Very nice.
Yep.
The number 45 of Tommy Joe Martins. This is a very older looking car. Can't put my finger on who ran it first.
Yeah.
Tyler Reddick is going to drive the old school looking 48. This is looking a lot like an Allison car.
Yep, it is. It's the Bobby Allison Coca-Cola car, I believe, from the 1970s. And honestly, that Coca-Cola scheme in the 70s was pretty sexy.
Absolutely. Jeremy Clements driving an old Earnhardt-inspired look.
Yep.
Ty Gibbs is running the old Dale Jarrett / Bobby Labonte Interstate car. This is a very nice looking car, too.
Yeah. Now, that one's really good. So, actually, that is the throwback of Bobby Labonte's 2002 Interstate Batteries paint scheme. And that one looks really awesome. And I can't wait to see that race the track.
I'm just going to throw this out here. If in 20 years someone does a Kyle Busch throwback, I'm going to shoot the driver. Anyway, Chase Elliott is driving the number 88 Hendrick Car Chevrolet. It's another sexy-looking gimmick right there.
Yeah.
Riley Herbst has no throwback. And the number 99 car of Stephen Parsons throws back to his father's old Skull Bandit. His sponsor is a company called SoCal, SOKAL, which if you just invert 2 of the letters, it's the Skull car, easy for me to say, all over again.
There you go.
Truck Series, the 22 of Austin Wayne Self is a very interesting looking car or truck.
Yep.
The 23 of Grant Enfinger, also, this is a bit of a throwback. This looks like an old Matt Crafton ride.
Something like that.
Let's see, Jack Wood, nothing special there. Obviously, Matt DiBenedetto doing a Sterling Marlin throwback.
Yep.
The number 61 of Chase Purdy is doing the Bama Buggies Toyota. This is a sexy-looking car as well, and that's where my throwbacks end.
Well, there's actually a couple of throwbacks from the Truck Series that I really like the most, and there's one that I really like is I like Chris Wright's throwback paint scheme, and this one represents Ron Hornaday's VFW paint scheme from when Ron drove in the Truck Series. I think in like 2009, like 2010. But however, there were a couple of Mike Skinner throwbacks that I really like the most, and I guess Tyler Ankrum, he's going to be running a Mike Skinner throwback, I think from like 2007. And when I first started watching the Truck Series, that was one driver that I kind of rooted for. And, Mike Skinner was probably one of the best. And not only him, also, Bodine and Hornaday and Musgrave, those guys were all pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really can't vote on any of these because to me, I got to see them out there doing their thing.
Right.
It's one thing to see these pictures, and a lot of these are artist renderings of the car, but I want to see them out on the track, with the sun shining down and top speeds and whatnot. Then you get that's when I really look at it and I go, God dang, these are sexy. And Throwback Weekend is aesthetically, just visual, is my favorite.
Yeah.
To see all these old paint schemes that I grew up on, especially when someone throws back to like a Rusty Wallace or a Dale Earnhardt or even Bobby Labonte. It just takes me back to an era where my knees didn't crack every time I woke up.
Speaking of which, have you seen Josh Rayum's throwback paint scheme?
I have not.
Oh boy, this one will pretty much shock you and surprise you at the same time. So Josh Rayum is going to be throwing it back to Dale Earnhardt's GM Goodwrench paint scheme, and I got to tell you, Josh Rayum went all out on this one.
I'm looking it up now. I don't know how to spell it. There it is. All right, Josh Rayum. Let's see. Throwback. Throw. No, Josh Rayum did not go to Three Rivers College. Knock it off. All right, the Darlington. Okay, now. All right. Josh Rayum, you have my attention.
Yeah.
I don't know why the back of it says Hardy Boys, but no, it is what it is.
Another one that'll get your attention. Have you seen Danny Bones' paint scheme?
No.
Going to be throwing it back to Darrell Waltrip's Mountain Dew paint scheme from when he drove for Junior Johnson in the 80s. And this one looks really awesome too. And I know Junior ran the old Mountain Dew throwback paint scheme, but I gotta tell you, this one I really like the most.
All right, it's not showing. It's showing me last year's, where he did the Michael Waltrip Country Time gimmick.
Okay.
So I guess I'll have to wait and see, because it's all I've got. So, wait. Does that hood say "Ticks Suck"? As in ticks that you get on your.
Yeah. Yep. It does.
I hope they make a diecast of that.
I honestly hope they do. To be honest, that's pretty much how it is.
That's sexy. I just like this. Ticks suck. Yeah, that's what they do.
Oh, and here's a fun one. So, this driver, Spencer Boyd, he's going to be having a Michael Waltrip throwback from when Michael drove the Hawaiian Punch car back in like '86.
Nice.
This one looks pretty cool. I like it.
Good old classics right there.
Yep. And then how about Ryan Priest's throwback? He's going to throw it back to the modified driver, Reggie Ruggiero.
Hell yeah, Reggie Ruggiero in the number 44, baby.
Yep.
But he's going to be in what, the 17 or the 15?
The 17 truck for DGR. And yeah, like I said, he's only going to be running a part-time schedule in all three series. And yeah, but I expect Priest to run pretty well. And then another one that I also like is how about Carson Hocevar's paint scheme of Travis Pastrana?
Haven't seen it. Going to see it soon.
Yeah. And actually, he's one of my picks to win the race on Friday night. So,
all right. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, is there anything else we'd like to add, or can I go finish watching Bullshit the Game Show?
Did you say Bullshit the Game Show?
Yes, sir. It's on Netflix. It's pretty awesome. I'm good at it.
All right.
Okay. Hold on. Is that real, man?
It is. It's real. We were watching, and if you haven't seen it on Netflix, watch Metal Lords. I'm not going to tell you guys 600 more times. It's a fun movie. You're going to love it. Filled with great music and an angry chick that you will fall in love with. And after the movie was done, we saw the thing pop up that said Bullshit the Game Show. Oh, we'll try it. Yeah, 3.5, 4 hours later, we're still watching this shit. It's creeping after midnight. I'm like, I got to go to work in the morning. Fuck. Yeah. But it was fun, and I can't wait to get upstairs and see it. So, anything to close out there, Corey Huffnagel or Tori Calhoun?
Well, you know me. I mean, I'm giving the people what they want.
Ooh, got the jack. Got the jack.
I can dig it.
I can dig that too. So
I can dig it. Corey?
I got nothing on my end.
I'm going to say the same thing I say every week. Go find Dysfunction Junction wherever you steal your favorite podcast from. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Maybe kidnap someone and steal their phone and make them subscribe. But everything counts, man. And but we're going deep.
They smile on me.
Roe versus Wade.
Obvious.
Yeah.
Is Tori now getting hit with a wooden spoon?
Yeah, he
Are you kidding me? Tori don't play that shit, homie.
My man.
Nah, dude. I'm a Southern boy. We don't fuck that shit. You got your
My man.
mind.
Right.
All right, then. All right, Corey, you led the show. Lead us out.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Speedway Review Show. And until then, tune in next Wednesday as we are going to recap Throwback Weekend. And, of course, we'll preview Kansas Weekend. Say hello to everybody in the crowd over there. Hello. Thank you guys for watching. And until then, see you guys next Wednesday. Good night.
Believe that. See you next Wednesday, motherfucker.
Peace.
Yeah.